Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanson. Welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. Put your seatbelts on, because you're not going to believe what we're about to talk about. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. Also, be sure to sign up to our free newsletter called Champions Digest. We have it pinned in the comments below, where you get no-nonsense takes on the NBA news in under 5 minutes every Sunday. So make sure you guys go ahead and support us there. Anyway, dealing with a bit of a cold here that's been trying to bully me over the last few days. Anyway, I came across an article here from Awful Announcer not too long ago. I'd actually seen it before, but I decided to postpone it. Then I said, okay, today's a good Monday. Let's dabble. Anyway, the article has the following headline saying, Stephen A. Smith wonders why white people don't get nicknames like Screaming A. And I said to myself, you have got to be joking. You have got to be. Is this where we are with Stephen A. Smith? Right? I can't even believe it. Let me continue on with the article here, because I want to read a little bit more. Stephen A. Smith earned the nickname Screaming A early in his TV career because of his boisterous personality and because it's a puny rhyme. While the nickname might fit the character, the First Take host doesn't appear to view being known as Screaming A as any sort of badge of honor. Instead, he wonders why passionate white people in media aren't similarly accused of screaming all the time. During his Friday afternoon show on Mad Dog Sports Radio for SiriusXM, Smith pushed back on his critics in the wake of Max Kellerman finally addressing their First Take breakup more than 5 years ago. Smith never named Kellerman or anyone else while addressing his antics, but after claiming the people who talk smack about me could all kiss my ass, he pivoted to his Screaming A nickname, implying there might be a racial component behind it. So, guys, I want you guys to brace yourself for this. Before we even get into his comments, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, PrizePicks. PrizePicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports with over 10 million members. PrizePicks makes it easy to get real money action on the sports and players you love. You pick more or less on at least 2 for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. For example, this week I'm really looking forward to some of these upcoming games. This week I'm picking Stephen Curry for more than 29 points. I'm picking Kevin Durant for more than 27 points. I'm picking Giannis Antetokounmpo for more than 12 rebounds. And I'm picking Luka Doncic for more than 8 assists. If you're like me and you like to play it safe, you'll love PrizePicks' new feature, Flex Plays. It's the safest way to play. You can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. Plus, you can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. On top of this, PrizePicks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money as quick as in 15 minutes. So download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. All right, so let me continue on. He says, you got a lot of loud ass white people. They ain't called screaming whatever, Smith said. They're considered passionate, but I'm screaming. And if I'm screaming, I'm angry. But they're considered passionate. So there's a discrepancy, and sometimes you feel compelled to bring that up. It then continues on. Charles Barkley has similarly taken issue with being known as brash, believing his enthusiasm gets labeled brash, while white commentators are more likely to be dubbed passionate. Now, I want to do something for you guys here. We want to play some quick sound of Stephen A. Smith and Chris Mad Dog Russo and Paul Feinbaum talking together on ESPN First Take. And I want you to listen to both of these guys get into a loud screamathon. Take a listen to the sound quickly.
Ohio State.
Yes, he should not coach the rest of the year. I'm with you.
So the players should play,
right,
even though they had an event.
Yes.
Even though they had an
100
event.
players on that team. Yes, Steven.
Well, what about the 100 players on the other teams?
They were going to lose anyway, Steven. It was 42 nothing in these games.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
Bowling Green was going to beat Michigan State.
I'm talking about the players from the other that could be eligible for the college football playoff.
No, he's talking
Michigan's
about
gonna
the
get a spot over
He's
somebody.
talking about the CFP spot, that they're going to take a spot
Yes.
from a team
But
that
then
didn't
we're
what I'm
cheat.
on the
talking
games
about.
anyway, Steve.
From what Paul's saying, we're not so sure that would have
Texas,
happened. He was struggling
Oregon.
as a coach,
Yeah.
and then
I'm talking about
and then
this year particularly.
Yeah.
Rutgers, Illinois, Purdue, Nebraska.
I'm not talking about
These
that.
teams stink.
I'm
They would've
talking
won the
about who's
games.
going to be robbed. I'm talking about who's going to be robbed of a college football playoffs because Michigan is in. I'm not talking about the Bowling Greens. I'm talking about
Oregon?
somebody that's going to be left on the outside.
Oregon, go beat Washington. Alabama, go beat Georgia. Texas, go do your thing and you won't be robbed.
Fine.
Take care of your own
Fine.
thing.
And
You're
what if
wrong.
they do and they still
Wrong.
don't? And what if they do? What if they do and still don't get in because Michigan gets to be ahead of them? What if that happens?
If you suspend Harbaugh now and they beat Penn
stop
State
it.
and Ohio State,
Stop it.
nobody's
Stop.
going to say
That's
anything about
ridiculous.
Michigan
You're
being in the Final
ridiculous.
Four.
It don't make
You're
no
lost.
sense what you
You
say.
are lost.
You're
Lost.
wrong. You're definitely wrong. I don't care what you
let
say.
me
You're
just
wrong.
get it on a record.
You're
You're saying suspend him or fire him?
Suspend him.
Don't fire him.
You can't fire him. Suspend
Oh,
him.
you don't even talk about firing them. You
Suspend
don't even talk about
him.
firing
That's
them.
painful enough. Paul agrees. Suspend him.
For who?
What do you mean?
He'll
for who?
probably
He
go
has
to
coach against
Cancun
Penn
to
State
sip us some
Ohio State.
tequila or
Those are big
something.
games.
Talking about.
So you heard the sound there. I want to quickly read through some of the comments and read some of the people. One person says, Molly is all of us. Let me read another one. ESPN's version of The View. Another viewer. Incoherent, rambling, embarrassing from ESPN. Another guy said, Russo is like fingernails on a chalkboard. Just can't do it. Another guy said, I wish Stephen A was an expert at shutting his mouth. Another guy said, I thought Russo was retiring after the Phillies lost. What a hack. Why am I reading these various comments? I'm reading it to say that people are also saying that about Chris Mad Dog Russo. In his name, it implies it. Chris Mad Dog Russo. What is a mad dog? What is a mad dog? Isn't a mad dog that something is dangerous, something you have to stay away from, and it's belligerent, and it could bite you at any moment? That's Chris Russo's name. Right? And everybody calls him that. I haven't heard Chris Russo talk about, man, I hate the fact that they call me Chris Mad Dog. He even put it in his name. Right? He even put it in his name. That's number one. Number two, Stephen A. Smith, you shout, you scream a lot. What do you mean is a white or black thing? You scream a lot. You're always making a lot of noise. You're always hollering and screaming and shouting. What do you mean it has to do with race? There are other black commentators that are not synonymous with screaming. People we've seen on television. Is Jason Whitlock synonymous with screaming? Was Marcellus Wiley synonymous with screaming? Is Ryan Clark synonymous with screaming? These guys have the other things that are said about them. It ain't screaming, right? And then you have white commentators. They have their own thing. Do you hear the stuff that gets said about Nick Wright? I mean, I'm just thinking of some names right now that can come to my mind. Skip Bayless, how he was called a hater. Like people get called things that can be associated with the way to conduct themselves on TV and the things that they say. It's not a race thing. I don't believe it's a race thing. I just believe that Stephen A. Smith be loud as hell. A prime example of this, listen to his rant on Democratic Senator Mark Kelly. Was he talking the way I'm talking to you right now? Or was he not screaming? Right? And I don't understand why that's something to be offended by when that's what you do. Just embrace it and move the hell on. But to play the race card here and now? Really, buddy? This is what we're doing? The race card? Nah, that's not going to fly. That is just not going to fly. You guys let me know what you think about this in the comment section. We catch you on the next show and I'm out. Peace.